Hi everyone, my name is Efren. Today we will talk about factor polynomials, the sum or difference of two cubes. The first part of this video, we will talking about the sum formula. Okay, this is the formula to get the two factors that factoring a sum of two cubes. Our first step is to get our first factor. How to get our first factor? The first step is to get the cube root of the first term. The cube root of a to the third is a, because a times a equal to a to the third. To get the second term of our first factor, using the same logic, getting the cube root of b to the third is the letter b, because b times b times b equal to b to the third. And now we get our first factor. Okay, now to get the second factor, we have to follow this instruction. The first term of the second factor we get by square the third term of our first factor. In this example, the third term of the first factor is the letter a. Square it is a squared. To get the second term of our second factor, we have to multiply the third term of the first factor times the second term of the first factor. In this example, a times b. A times b equal to ab. Look that the sign of the second term of the second factor is a negative sign. That's very important that you remember that in a sum of two cubes, the second term of the second factor always will have a negative sign. Okay, to get the third term of our second factor, we have to square the second term of our first factor. In this example, the second term of our first factor is the letter b, and b squared equal to b squared. Now we get the two factor, or the factoring of the sum of two cubes. Now to see this in detail, let's see this example. Okay, our equation in this sample is 27y to the third plus a. 27y to the third plus a are the same as a to the third plus b to the third. Now 27y3 in this example is equal to a to the third, and b to the third is equal to the number 8. Now the first step is to get the two term of our first factor. Then get the cube root of 27y to the third is 3y, because 3y times 3y times 3y equal to 27y to the third. Our first term or the first factor is 3y. To get the second term of our first factor is the number 8. We get the cube root of 8 is number 2, because 2 times 2 times 2 equal to 8. Now we get our first factor, 3y plus 2. Now to get our second factor, we have to follow the instruction. Our first term of the second factor, we have to square the third term of the first factor. Square 3y equals y squared. To get the second term of the second factor, we have to multiply the first term of the first factor times the second term of the first factor. In this example, 3y times 2 equal to 6y. Remember, the second term of the second factor, we have a negative sign. Very, very important. To get the third term of the second factor, we have to square the second term of the first factor. Square number 2 equal to 4. If you want to verify that these two factors equal to our original equation, you have to multiply the third term of the first factor by the terms of the second factor and the second term of the first factor equal for the 3 terms of the second factor, simplify it and you will get the original equation. Thank you very much.